Are you listening?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nerf Report. Today, I want to talk to you about Ninja, purely for SEO. And now that that's out of the way, I really want to talk to you about live streaming. Because let's face it, live streaming is huge. Ninja held his first stream since his departure from Mixer, and it garnered a peak viewership of 150,000 viewers. But as streaming develops and it becomes more mainstream, I can't help to compare it to other forms of media, like television. And a question that I often ask myself is, will we ever see developers try to rein in the Wild West of video game streaming? Which, obviously, I'm doing it again. I'm getting way ahead of myself, so let's rewind a little bit. In the world of television, behind the scenes, there are contracts, negotiations, and licensing deals that all happen without public knowledge. And probably the best case of this is with the NFL. The NFL holds 17 weeks of games and licenses out each game to various networks, channels, and platforms. And this is extremely lucrative. In fact, Amazon reportedly paid $50 million to have Thursday night football games streaming on Twitch. And ESPN reportedly pays the NFL $1.9 billion a year just to showcase NFL highlights and clips. And the thing is, if anyone outside of that licensing ecosystem tries to show a clip of the NFL, you're shut down so fast. So with the popularity of live streaming and video games, I have to wonder, how far off are we from seeing a licensing landscape hit the world of gaming? For example, Fortnite generated over 955 million hours of watched time last year. How long will it take for a platform like Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook to make a deal with Epic Games to say Fortnite can only be streamed on my platform? And in theory, it's not really that crazy of an idea because deals like this are already being made. Earlier this year, YouTube reportedly paid $160 million for exclusive streaming rights to the Call of Duty League, Hearthstone tournaments, and the Overwatch League. And granted, that's not really apples to apples because that deal was for gaming events that are more on par with a NFL game, but it's content nonetheless. My question though is how long before we see a developer make a deal with a streaming platform that only allows their game to be streamed on their site? Because yes, as a streamer, that would suck and it limits your freedom, but let's be extremely clear. Live streaming is a very gray area in the fair use argument, a law that was last updated in 1978, 13 years before the introduction of the World Wide Web. So a developer who owns the original copyright of the game could easily make the argument that they can control where their copyright is used and where it is consumed. And while the first developer to make that argument would most likely suffer massive backlash, a $1.9 billion a year exclusive like the NFL gets would completely justify that decision. Hey, thanks again for checking out our channel. If you like what you saw and you want to see more content just like it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there, make sure to like this video. Because if you don't, well, the internet's going to explode. And yes, we are holding the internet hostage until you subscribe. Our demands have been made.